Good morning, Brian Duhan, editor with AIIM International, coming to you from the Enterprise 2.0 conference in Boston, the second day of the conference, my last day here. With us today we have Brian Kellner, who is Vice President of Products at NewsGator. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning.
Let's just start with a basic question. What is social business?
You know, social business is all about taking the social computing capabilities and getting business value out of it. And that's what NewsGator really focuses on. So how do you use things like a social network and microblogging and tagging and rating and wikis and blogs, but actually turn them into real business value, let people collaborate, innovate, and discover expertise. And that's really what's the value point of social business.
Okay. There was a session yesterday where five of y'all were up there about the value of microblogging. Just to expand on that a little bit. What is the value of microblogging?
And it's a really great point. I think you're going to hear microblogging endlessly this year. And the reason it comes up so often is that in social computing, what you really want to get to is lightweight, easy interactions that get to value right away. And so microblogging is this quick, short message that you send out to someone. It could be a direct audience. It could be an overall, list of followers. And the point is that you can ask a question, you can make an update, and people can respond very quickly. And that very limited action, but with quick, focused response, is what produces all the value.
It's like your own personal activity stream.
It is indeed.
I was up in the middle of the night last night and came up with this question, so it might be a good one, might be a bad one, but what was your Enterprise 2.0 epiphany moment? When did you get it? When did it gel for you?
I have to say, I'm a little older than some of the heavy social media users you might find in the world, and I was a little bit reluctant when it came to this. I said, Facebook for the enterprise sounds like time wasting, and I've managed people long enough that I'm not looking for new ways to waste time. But I saw how it changed the companies we sell to, and I saw how it changed the way we worked internally, but the place where it really hit home was we've got customers that are in the military, and they do training exercises through these platforms that actually save lives. And you can't find a better ROI than that, and that's where it really made an impact for me, that people's ability to learn quickly and apply what they learn in real-world situations not only makes business value, but it saves lives.
Maybe that comment about the military is a good lead-in for the next question. If just pretend for a moment that I'm not an editor in need of a haircut, but I'm a hard-nosed CEO or CIO, and I think social media is just a bunch of hooey. Make the argument for me that it's going to derive some real good business value for my business.
Well, I think you're more typical than hard-nosed CEO at this point, but I think that the market is changing quite a lot, so that a fair number of CEOs and CIOs and CFOs are saying to themselves, I've invested a lot in my people, and my people really come down to being my number one asset. And I already pay for tools like email without really thinking about whether or not there's an ROI in it. And so more or less, they actually are now starting to get to the point where they go, this is a continual investment in the people in my organization. My people make the difference. But if you want to get it a little bit more tangible, we have a nice spreadsheet we walk through. It has about 11 areas of analysis that really go through different kinds of hard and soft ROI, and we can point at some real tangible examples where our customers have won additional business or been able to avoid costs by real practical implementations. And the combination of the real analysis, the actual anecdotes, and the fact that it's becoming a relatively recognized investment in your workforce is really starting to pay off, and those arguments are getting a lot easier.
Okay. Well, let's just conclude with the final question. What's the latest from NewsGator then?
Well, NewsGator has been committed to building on the SharePoint platform for quite some time, and we've had a product for SharePoint 2007. In the January of this year, we invested and bought a company called Tomoe, who has a nice platform for the WSS or foundation levels of SharePoint. And in June, we're releasing here our SharePoint 2010 solution. It's completely native. It runs on the SharePoint platform as a managed service application if you're a geek. And it is an extremely elegant integration to add really top-notch microblogging, activity stream, communities, and more, along with mobile clients for iPhone and BlackBerry and desktop clients to tie it all together. So a really elegant solution to extend SharePoint.
Very cool. Started off with social media and wound up with SharePoint. First mention of SharePoint that I've heard today.
They're all coming together.
Thank you very much. Brian.
You bet.